Today we're going to play a game of Top 8 Fact or Fiction. I want you guys to tell me, do you think that these time travel myths are true, or do you believe the people who claim that they've disproved them? Let me know if these are in fact proof of time travel. Number 8 is the 1940s HIPSTER. This photograph from 1941 was taken at the reopening of the South Fork Bridge in Goldbridge, British Columbia. The claim is that this person is dressed in modern clothing and is not a style that was worn during the 1940s. While some individuals have claimed that this is false and that the individual in question is actually wearing a style of sunglasses from the 1920s and that he appears to be wearing a sweater with a letter sewn onto it, which was a style of fashion in that day and age. But then again, why would this person be the only one wearing these articles of clothing around all of the other individuals wearing such fashionable clothing of the era? Number 7 is the Philadelphia Project. This was a name given to a naval military experiment which was supposedly carried out in the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard around 1943. Conspiracy theorists state that this was the US military's attempt to turn the battleship Eldridge invisible, and what actually happened was that the battleship traveled 10 seconds back in time. The US government claims that the entire thing is fake and a hoax, but that doesn't keep the theories from flying. Number 6 is the time traveler who was hit by a car. So this story is about a man named Rudolph Fentz. Supposedly around the 50s, a man wearing 19th century clothing was hit by a car and killed. In his pocket were items that appeared to have come from the 19th century, all shiny and new. Now this story was supposedly researched and discovered to be false. It's supposedly a short story that was written by a man named Jack Finney, and it blew out of control and became an urban legend. Or is that just the government covering the whole thing up? Number 5 is John Titor. This is the name given to the supposed time-traveling American soldier from the year 2036. He was posting on bulletin boards around the year 2000 and 2001 where he claimed to know about events that were going to be coming up in the United States' future. This included events such as a civil war breaking out and the United States breaking off into 5 smaller regions. He also claimed that the US would be devastated by a nuclear attack and almost all of the other world powers would be destroyed. Obviously, none of this happened, but this is because Titor claimed that due to the many worlds theory within quantum physics, that he may be from an alternate future. And because of this, his predictions just might not have come true. Do you believe him? Or do you think that this is just some jokester having a good time on some early internet bulletin boards? Number 4 is the 1928 cell phone user. So around the year 1928, the film The Circus was filmed, and walking in the background you can see a woman that appears to be on a cell phone talking and laughing. This story actually made real headlines and everyone in the world started to believe that it was an actual time traveler. But it has been disputed, of course, like most of these time travel stories, and the claim is that she was actually using a new type of portable hearing aid, a technology that was just then being developed, so not a lot of people knew about it. Or maybe this is just another time traveler that we're trying to cover up. Number 3 is the story of the man who met his future self. A name that I know I'm going to butcher, but Håkan Nordqvist met his future self one morning. He claims to have woken up and found what appeared to be a leaking water faucet, so he crawled underneath his sink and he discovered that it apparently just kept going and seemingly never ended. Well, it eventually did end, and at the other side he found himself in the future where he met his 76-year-old self. The older version knew things that only he would know, and even had the same tattoo on his arm. They then posed for a selfie together before he returned to his own time period. Do you think that this is a far-fetched tale? Or do you think that this is a case of time slipping? Number 2 is the men who saw the Hamburg bombing 10 years earlier. So 2 men were visiting the Hamburg shipyard, and as they left, they witnessed a bombing run. They took pictures and they brought them back home, but when they developed the pictures, there was no evidence of a bombing. Instead, the 2 men were accused of just being drunk and imagining the whole thing. Well, in 1943, the 2 men then saw the bombing of Hamburg in the newspaper, and they knew that they had seen the entire event through a time slip 10 years earlier. Do you believe this, or do you just think it's a weird case of some kind of deja vu? Number 1 is the internet researchers who are actively looking for time travelers. Now this is some real-life time travel research that's supposedly going on today. Researchers are using the internet to try and see if anyone is researching topics before they happen. So basically, after we elected Pope Francis, they used the internet to see if anybody was doing searches for Pope Francis before it even happened. So far, the research hasn't shown them any evidence of anything, but the researchers do feel that eventually they will find something using this method. I guess in theory this would work if someone was a little unsure of the time period that they had arrived in and they did some panicked internet research just like they do in the movies. So what do you guys think? Do you believe in any of these 8 time travel myths, or do you just think that they're all hoopla and nonsense? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you guys next time right here at ListBomb.